All right, so today I wanted to tell you guys about the story of how we got our first six-figure sync. And if you see this little black eye right here, it's because I did training last night, so don't think it's anything crazy. I didn't get in a big fight. But if you guys don't know, my name is Sean Ross. I'm a gold certified producer and songwriter with hundreds of millions of streams on records that I produce and also hundreds of songs in TV and commercial ad campaigns. So back in about 2011, uh, James, who's my partner, James K, partner in Sync Money, he used to put on shows back in our hometown of San Luis Obispo all the time. And he would put on like little small festivals and stuff. And he would invite all these underground hip hop artists out to these concerts. And so one of those acts was Evidence and Alchemist. And then another one was Mr. Fab. And then there was a group where the producer of it was named Maker. So what he did is after the festival that he threw, he went ahead and had like a house party after for the artists to come to and for the people that were at the show if they wanted to come to the after party. Threw it at this house, and I started chopping it up with this dude Maker, who is a great producer, super dope, like sample based producer. And I started talking with him, be like, yeah, I'm a producer too. This is that. Would love to show you some stuff. And he's like, cool, man. Yeah, just like I actually do a lot of sync stuff. And I had no idea what sync was back then. And so I'm like, cool. So I give him literally a CD. Like this is back in the days, the CDs were still like somewhat relevant, 2011. And I give him a CD of like 15 beats. And I just don't hear from him ever again after that, right? Or so I thought. So then fast forward to 2020. This is 9 years later, so almost a decade later. This guy hits me up on Facebook Messenger, and I didn't even use Facebook at this point. So I was like not even checking my messages or anything. And then word got back to me that, hey, Maker's trying to get in touch with you, like, there's something that's going on there with, some TV stuff or whatever. I'm like, okay. So I go and see this message. I go to my Facebook finally, and I see a message from Maker. He's like, "Yo, I think I got something good, like with one of the songs that you put on that CD. I think I got a sync with Coors Light." And I was like, I didn't take it seriously at first because I had already been at that point in my career through like so many little ups and downs. I was kind of jaded. So I just thought it was like bullshit or like a scam or something. Um, but he keeps messaging me over and over again, like, hey, bro, like, seriously, hit me back. This is a serious, real opportunity, and I need some information from you. So I finally hit him back. I'm like, yeah, so what's going on? And he's like, hey, I sent your record to this company called Now Again Records. We ended up doing like a remix of what you sent, and Coors Light loves it. They want to use it in their next commercial ad campaign. And I'm like, damn, that's pretty crazy. So he kind of like, we get sent over all the paperwork and everything. And I'm like, okay, how much is this going to be worth? This is going to be interesting. Maybe I'll get a couple $1,000 out of this. This will be cool if it ends up like on TV. The sync ends up being for the first round for $145,000. And I tell James this, and we're just sitting back. And we're like, is this even real life right now? So 140, they're using like 15 seconds of this remix of a song that we did literally in my bedroom when I was like 17 years old. And I was just like blown away by this. So it ends up going through, and we sign the contracts. We get everything, penned up. And then all of a sudden we see the commercial come out, and it's all over TV, and not just like regular TV. This thing is playing during every single major sports playoffs that are happening. Played during the NFL playoffs, everything. I think it might have even played during the Super Bowl. And this thing just keeps running. And mind you, this was kind of like during COVID time, 2020. So they weren't able to produce like new content, right? it was harder to get people together and be able to film new commercials. So what did they do? Instead of filming something new, they said, we're just going to renew the license for another year. And it got paid out another six figures. So over 100 grand again, just straight, just mailbox money, just got mailed these checks. And I mean, it was completely life changing. And that was the moment that we had already been doing sync before. Me and James have been doing sync for probably 4 or 5 years heavily before that. But this was really the turning point where we never had a sync that was like this. And me and him, I remember back in 2020, especially when COVID was going on and we were running a studio and times were tough, we were like, we need to go full bore into sync. And so that's when we really put our heads down. We started reaching out to everybody we possibly could that knew something about sync. We got some people that mentored us, and we started just building relationships piece by piece, just through cold emails, cold DMs with music supervisors and production companies. And fast forward to 2025, here we are today, and we have this community sync money where we're able to provide all these opportunities for people, bring the music in, pitch it to different people, land stuff on TV and documentaries and all types of stuff, commercials. And that is kind of the origin story, really, I would say, of how sync money really came to fruition. It was that Coors Light ad that opened our eyes up to the possibilities of what's in this industry and that we can actually do it. And so that's why, we're coming on here, especially I'm starting this YouTube channel, and we're starting the community as well, like the paid community, to really like show people that this is possible and how to do it, how we did it, the step-by-step process of how to go about actually really getting your foot in the door and getting your first pieces of music in TV. So I just thought you guys would like that story. That was the creation story, in so many words, of sync money. And just know that those opportunities are out there to get, and they are life changing. So hopefully you guys like this story. If you liked this video, make sure to subscribe to this channel. Drop a comment in here of any questions you guys have or anything you might want me to make a video about that'll inform you and kind of, give you some value. I'm trying to post videos on here pretty much every day. So hit me up, y'all. Sync money. Peace.